Welcome to today's episode of CSTV.
Today we'll be talking about how students are adjusting to online school, interesting things that people have done over quarantine, and how COVID-19 has impacted the senior sports season at CSHS.
All that and more on today's episode.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Wyatt Messler.
And I'm Emily Masevich. We hope you are all staying safe and healthy during these crazy times. A lot of things have been changing over the past few months.
And one thing that has really changed a lot is how students had to transfer to online schooling in order to finish out their course.
Avery Peterson touched base with some students to hear their thoughts on distance learning.
Since schools have been closed for many weeks now, students have had to switch over to online learning, and we are here today to see how they have been adjusting.
Adjusting to distant learning hasn't been that difficult for me personally. It's just hard not being able to interact with everyone else.
Me and myself, I have a hard time concentrating when I'm at home. So it's really hard for me to just sit down and get all my work done.
Switching over to distance learning has been a little bit difficult for me just because no one's really been in this situation that we're in the middle of the school year and we stop and then we switch over to like online learning and stuff like that. But also with work, like with my job, I used to schedule when I would go into work around school, so like after school and stuff like that. But now I do my homework working around when I was scheduled at work, so it's a little bit difficult to balance my time, especially like with doing so many things now that I have so much free time.
For me, online is a lot easier for me since I'm in EMC and I'm already used to it. But it is hard learning new material, but it's been easier since I've already learned new material from past college classes. But if I didn't have experience, it would probably be much more harder.
How I'm feeling about switching to online classes is that it does not work for my type of learning, and I am more in the main classroom.
With talking about distant learning and how we are able to learn things, I think I am still learning about the same as I would in a regular classroom as I am online.
I feel like we're learning probably about the same. The first week was basically like review, and now it's getting into new stuff. It's just hard because like we don't have our own teacher teaching it, and then they have like their different ways of teaching it. We just have like YouTube videos and stuff like that, so I don't really like that part.
Personally, I don't feel that I'm learning as much as I would be in school, just because like having a teacher there like is an easy like access to help with the specific situation that you're in. Like especially for me, it's like math. I really enjoy having someone who can like hands-on help me with the worksheet that I'm working on or the problem that I'm stuck on. So not being in school has presented some difficulties with like my like efficiency in getting it done and like how well I understand the material.
I feel that we're not learning the same amount as we would in school because they are trying to figure out how to teach us with not them but other like videos, and I just feel that we're more behind now that we're not in class.
I don't feel we're learning as much as we would in the classroom because the teacher's not handling teaching us face to face.
And my opinion on distant learning is just very simple. I think that it's easy, but I still miss the social interaction. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I don't think it's ideal at the same time.
My opinion on distance learning, I don't really like it a whole lot. I'd rather be in a classroom and then just get my homework and be able to just go home and get it done or do it in class. But with this whole virus, we can't really do that, so I understand.
My opinion on distance learning has been, it's like pretty in the middle. Like, I don't really love it, but I don't hate it or anything. Just, it is difficult, but there's not really anything that we can do.
I feel that when it comes to online, it's going to be a lot easier for older kids because we should be at this level where we should be able to have time management, but some of us can't concentrate, or we just have ADD and just can't focus on something. But you see that in class too, so we can't really do anything about it. But when it comes to like the younger kids, you can't have online for them because they don't know how to focus because they need to have like a structured schedule. I know experience with my little brother.
My opinion on distance learning is that I feel it's much harder for me to learn when we are in a classroom because I have ADD and it's just hard for me to focus when we're at distance.
Some things I miss most about school being open is obviously, like everyone, like seeing all my friends every day, and just seeing, you know, the people that I was like conditioned to seeing every day, like teachers, staff, all those kind of people, but also like the schedule that you have, like getting up at 6 a.m. and getting ready for school and then getting out at the same time every day. Just having a schedule is really important, and school is able to provide that, but with us not being there, it's kind of difficult to stay on schedule.
What I probably miss most is just like seeing all the people in the hallway, waving, smiling at everyone. Also, I miss like going to school and then you can get most of your work done there and you don't have to do a whole lot of work when you get home. Instead of now I have to do all my work at home. So I just feel like it's easier if I can just do it at school and get it done.
I feel I miss the most is I miss my two favorite teachers, Miss Olson and Mr. Jagowski. I miss them so much. And I really miss like having them being face to face and you being able to talk to them. I really miss school events like big time and seeing people. I also miss like being near people. I don't like to be away from people. I'm a very outgoing person.
What I miss most from school is being open, is being able to see my friends, talk to them, and being able to talk to my teachers face to face.
It's good to see that some students have found online learning easier. However, I do miss being in the classroom and seeing all of my teachers and friends. It has been hard to keep myself busy over the quarantine.
Me too, but some people have been doing some fun things to keep themselves occupied.
Kay Dingman interviewed some CSHS students to find out how they've been keeping themselves busy.
With the many changes that have occurred due to COVID-19, students have been forced to stay home with little to nothing to do. However, I started to wonder what may be interesting or weird things they've chosen to do while in quarantine. I set out to find out what these may be. I found 3 fellow peers and students of Cedar Springs High School and asked them the question, what's something weird or interesting that you've chose to do over quarantine? Their answers are just a little strange.
The one interesting thing I've started doing over quarantine is wearing socks to bed. So pretty much it all started when me and my friend were playing What Are the Odds. He's like, what are the odds you sleep with socks on? And I lost. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna go for it. And then I kind of liked it. I woke up and I was like, this was nice. So I've just been doing it ever since, really.
When I first started sleeping with socks on, it didn't really matter to me what type I wore until I realized there was 3 different types.
First, you have the thicker socks. These are best for when you're just cold or you know you're going to be sleeping for a minute. The middle socks, these are just casual socks. You just know it's going to be a regular sleep, so you're not really too worried about it. And then the lighter socks, that's just for when you want some more toe room and just feel more comfortable.
Today, personally, I'll be going with the thicker socks just because it's a little bit colder in my room today.
I have been having a very interesting sleep schedule, looking at about 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., and the reason is because I'm literally doing nothing all day. So my body's like, yo, fool, why are you trying to go to sleep right now? You don't have to sleep. It's unnecessary. And then I'm like, no, dude, I need to get up at a reasonable time. And then I end up watching YouTube until 6 a.m. And then I don't wake up until dinner time. So dinner's breakfast and midnight snacks are dinner. That's just how it goes these days.
Oh, I got plenty of time. 4 p.m.? I gotta get up.
Me personally, well, I haven't really been doing anything too interesting. It's just this little pastime I have. It doesn't take up a significant amount of my day because I do it at night and then I sleep during the day. So nothing really takes up a significant portion of my day because I play World of Tanks. And I play a lot. I play a lot of World of Tanks. Currently, at this specific time, I have on my record 14,789 completed battles in the random queue, but that, however, is not including my participation in competitive leagues, clan wars, and other special event game modes. So really, I basically have no life. And just, I play tanks because, tanks, they're pretty cool. I don't know if you know what a tank is, but it's, it's like, it's big. It's got the gun, and it shoots, and it goes boom. And that fully encapsulates why I like tanks a lot. They're big, and they go boom, and, you can't stop them. If I came to your house, hypothetically, if I came to your house in a tank, threatening you, trying to get you to give me money, hypothetically, you wouldn't be able to stop me, so.
No, I could not.
Alright, let's rock this out. This game, we're not gonna get killed by artillery, okay? It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you. Straight up is not.
Even within my own household, we've decided to try something new and a bit interesting to pass the time. So in my house, we've actually been playing Mortal Kombat and having Mortal Kombat style tournaments playing on our Xbox. And some of you may think, oh, maybe it's just him and his siblings playing Mortal Kombat. However, it has actually started to spread across and completely take over our household, with my mom starting to play it and other people in her house. And it gets pretty competitive and very interesting at all times. With the end of quarantine not clearly in view, make sure to spend time with family, have fun, and maybe try something a little weird to pass the time.
Well, those are definitely interesting. Even with all the things to do, spring just isn't the same without sports.
I agree. The seniors are especially missing their sports seasons right now.
Dylan Greenland interviewed some seniors to see how they are feeling.
Coronavirus took everyone by surprise and affected people in many ways. With COVID-19 closing schools, the seniors were impacted the most. No prom, no graduation, and no sports. I sat down with a few Cedar Springs seniors to see what kind of impact COVID-19 has really had.
So golf to me is basically a sport where you get to spend time with friends and laugh when you fail. I don't really mind that the season got canceled since the golf courses are still open and I've still been golfing with friends. Just upset that now I have to pay for golf when through the school it was for free. My life really hasn't changed much.
To me, soccer means having a team that shares the same passion as you and being with a bunch of people that love to do what you're doing. It also allows me to be a leader. I don't know if I would have considered myself a leader if I had not played soccer.
And it has impacted me in many ways. It's been disappointing, but it has also taught me how to be more accountable, responsible, and the skill of perseverance.
What does my sport mean to me? Softball is my spring sport, and I played it ever since I was in 4th grade with my twin sister. It means a lot. It's one of those things that you can always fall back onto when you're having a bad day, a bad week, bad month, whatever it is. I can always go to softball and just have fun and make memories with my coaches and teammates and just let go of whatever is bothering me at the time. So it's definitely been something that has great importance in my life. How is my life?
Sports to me is just like having fun and doing something you love and enjoy. And then
Much due to COVID-19. I'm still working and keeping busy. The only difference is that I can't do much with friends, can't go camping, and I can't get my hair cut.
My life has changed very much so over the last couple months. I've had a lot more free time to train and focus on better eating habits so that I can become a better athlete even without being able to compete this year.
Because of COVID-19, my life has changed by spending a lot more time with my family and staying home, not really going out anymore. At the moment, we're either at home or up at the lake. I've also focused on college a lot more than I thought I would have by trying to find a roommate if and hopefully when I go back to school or go to school in the fall.
And then COVID-19 has impacted me basically just doing everything different every day, staying home, no school, ending school early, which is good.
How has my life changed since COVID-19? It's changed a lot. I'm not allowed out of the house, and when I do, it's for groceries, and I'm not even allowed in the store then. I haven't been able to see my friends, my extended family in over 3 months, and it's been kind of hard. Especially as a senior, I've missed out on a ton of things that most seniors get to enjoy their last year of high school. Prom, my softball season, senior pranks, senior night party, just to name a few. It's been difficult and challenging, but you just gotta move on and push forward with whatever you have. What kind of
and my sport means the most to me out of anything in my life. I love being able to compete and being able to work hard and form bonds with my teammates on and off the track. I love it very much.
Not having sports has had quite the impact. It's kind of hard to not have sports in my life at the moment. During the spring, my life kind of revolves around soccer, so not having that was hard, finding the motivation to go outside and do something other than have practice with my team or have a game has been quite difficult.
Not having sports is definitely different. It's like the first spring I've had not playing baseball, and I feel like I'm just focusing more on myself and how I can be a better person and get ready for college.
What kind of impact has not having sports made for me? It's been hard. I've been trying to keep active at home, and it's not as fun as my softball field and things like that, but it definitely feels like a part of me is missing, and it really sucks as a senior, especially not having those last moments, not having your senior walk for softball is something I always looked forward to as a young person, a young athlete, but like I said, we just kind of have to push through and hope for the best, so.
Hopefully, we will get to play again at some point, but we would like to thank the seniors for all they have done for us and congratulate them on their outstanding accomplishments.
We hope you all have an amazing summer, and we hope you stay safe and healthy.
Thank you for watching today's episode of CSTV.